Assalamu alaikum. Once upon a time, when I was a child, I remember hearing stories about the prophets and about how Allah gave them all these amazing miracles to prove that they were actually messengers from Allah. So for example, you had Musa alayhi salam, who had a stick which would turn into a snake. And then there was Prophet Isa alayhi salam, who could cure the sick and he could bring the dead back to life. There was Dawood alayhi salam, who could control the jinn, and all these amazing miracles. And when I thought about this and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was the greatest of all prophets, I thought of all the miracles he could have been given, he was given a book, just a book. And this was my thinking for a long time. But then I realized the power of this book, the Qur'an. Because if you look at the miracles of Musa alayhi salam, like the staff, and Isa alayhi salam, and all the prophets, you'll realize that their miracles are of no value right now. They're not here. They can't do anything. But when you look at the miracle of the Prophet ﷺ, you realize that this book, this Qur'an, has been given guidance to billions of people for the last 1400 years. And to this day is still guiding non-Muslims to Islam and providing a way for us to live our lives that will please Allah. And just to demonstrate to you what that actually means, I want you to think about when someone passes away in our family, we have this thing going on where we're thinking, do we bury them in Pakistan? Do we bury them here? And the person that passes away actually has very little influence on where he gets buried. Now, he may tell his family that I want to be buried in England, right? And they may say, yes, we'll bury him in England. Or they may say, no, we're going to bury him somewhere else. And you'll find that the influence is very, very limited of that person that's passed away, even though it may be very soon. However, the Qur'an is the opposite. The influence of the Qur'an is huge and it's so long lasting. For example, today you haven't eaten anything. Today you haven't had anything to drink. Why? Because 1400 years ago, the Qur'an said that in this month you must fast. So you can see that a family member has no power over his family minutes or even days after he passes away, but yet the Qur'an has the power to decide whether you eat or drink 1400 years after it was revealed. That is a miracle. And apart from the influence and guidance of the Qur'an, it's amazing because these are the words of Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, directly written for you. And I want you to think about this. In my house, when I receive a letter which says HM Revenue and Customs, I open it immediately. It's a brown letter, right? And the reason I open it is because you think it's from the taxman, you think it's important. The key here is that there is no more important message that has been written to you in your entire life than the Qur'an. The problem is that we don't read it. And even when we read it, we don't understand it. And even when we understand it, we don't think about what's being said. And so for this reason, I want us to focus on building a connection with the Qur'an. And it's very easy to do that. I would like you to download an app called iQur'an from the Play Store or from the App Store. It's completely free. It'll take you 10 to 15 seconds, inshallah, to download the app. And every day for you to read just one ayah of Qur'an in Arabic and in English. Just one ayah. And what you'll find is that just by reading this one verse of this message from Allah to you, it will actually make you feel closer to Allah. And it'll bring about a value to your life which you will never have unless you read the Qur'an. JazakAllahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.